Well, we're starting to see the explosion out of him that we've been missing all year. You know, just moving around so much, and now being able to focus more, being in the backfield, and allow him to be a better running back.
Jaremus getting in the end zone at the end. I guess, has he been running a little harder the last few weeks?
Well, for the last 3-4 weeks, I mean, I think the old Jaremus is back. You know, he's practicing the way he's playing is what's really encouraging. And I told him for the game, I felt like he was going to pop one. I didn't know it was going to be the last play of the game, but it's good to see him running and better take a load off those guys, better change them up, and better put fresh legs in there. I mean, especially last week, I mean, it was hot. I mean, I don't think I've ever been through a game that hot, especially this late in the year. Being a South Florida guy, I mean, that was some different type of heat.
Any update on Russell at all?
He's ready to go. He'll be out there practicing today, so we have him all back this week, ready to go. He was ready last week, just I didn't play him because he didn't practice, and I didn't think we needed him last week with what we had. We had 4 of the guys that was ready to practice, play.
Oklahoma State had some pretty decent run stoppers, but this team you're up against this week, they're outstanding up front, aren't they?
They are. I mean, they are very sound. I mean, Coach Parrish is probably one of the best defensive guys out there in the country. You know, been consistent playing against spread. You know, he always had that attitude to stop the spread. And the thing with them, you just got to be patient. You got to run the ball. They're very similar to how Oklahoma State has played us last week. Like a lot of movement up the front. You know, the inside guys move on the snap, trying to react to where the line's blocking. So we got to be patient. We got to do a good job pressing the hole, and we got to do a good job hanging on double teams and coming off up front.
Did you have to say anything to Wendell, or is it just something he did kind of himself?
No, I think Kansas game was a week we had a long talk about, trusting the run, and probably my fault not playing him back in the backfield enough, just making him force himself to run. Because, you can say it and you can talk about it, but you still got to get back there and get the experience of doing it to be able to react to guys in your face, react to the safeties coming down the hole. So I think with him, he's a prideful kid. He's probably one of our smartest football IQ guys on the team. So, he quick to learn from his mistakes, and he always want to get better. And that's the good thing about coaching a kid like him.
What's been your take on this series? Last couple of games, first 2 games in Big 12 play, both going into overtime. Obviously very competitive and similar programs overall.
As far as us and TCU?
Yeah, and where they come from the Big East and then out of the Power 5 and now.
Well, just, being outside and being in the last 2 years, I mean, you're talking about two similar programs, who dominated the Mount West. You can pretty much say we dominated the Big East to come to the Big 12 where Dana been saying it for the longest. Nobody really want to hear it, but you have to build depth to be able to play the type of schedule we play week in and week out. I mean, that's the only way to explain it. The experience to get guys to play Big 12 football week in and week out. When you're going against the likes of Oklahoma State, Texas, Kansas State, and then the teams you play. A lot of these coaches have been together for a long time, so the continuity that those guys have as a staff that we starting to develop here at West Virginia under Dana.